back to our podcast. I'm the gentleman, accompanied by the disturbed Southern Belle.
Hello.
And in this episode, we will be continuing our series on the more disturbing media that's out there. This one is a film called Ghostland.
It's a good one. I've seen it.
It is a psychological horror film released in 2018. So, the film starts with a woman named Pauline traveling with her teenage daughters, Beth and Vera. So the group is headed to the home of their recently deceased Aunt Clarice, which they inherited after her death. Beth reads an article that describes a string of home invasions in which parents are murdered but their daughters are spared. Unbeknownst to the family, they are being stalked by someone driving a candy truck. The group make it home, and shortly after they arrive, they begin to settle in. Two intruders end up breaking in and attack the family. The intruders are a large, mentally impaired man that is known as the Fat Man, and a woman who is known as the Candy Truck Woman. Vera is assaulted by the Fat Man while Beth attempts to escape, however, she is stopped by the woman. Beth then asks the woman what she wants, to which she replies, "We just want to play with dolls." Pauline then manages to kill both intruders. The film then jumps 16 years into the future, and Beth is a successful horror fiction writer who is living in Chicago along with her husband and son. She is shown appearing on a talk show to promote her new novel entitled Incident in a Ghostland, which is based on the events that took place earlier in her life. She then receives a desperate call from Vera, who begs her to return to Clarice's house, where she still lives with her mother, Pauline. Beth complies, and when she arrives at the house, she is told by Pauline that Vera has not been able to move past the traumatic events of that night and has been suffering from delusions, as well as locking herself in a padded room that is locked in the home's basement.
Right.
So, while there, Beth begins to have strange dreams, and Vera tells her that the tormentors are still trying to find them. Beth later tells Vera that during one of her delusional episodes in which Vera has bound herself in chains and has made herself up to look like a doll. Pauline calls an ambulance and tells Beth not to listen to Vera, and later, Beth falls asleep and is captured by the candy truck woman. She awakens and discovers that her face is covered in bruises. She also finds Vera, who is also injured, and that they're both in the basement of the home. Beth then blames Vera for the wounds they have suffered, although Vera pleads with her to face the truth. The film then takes a very disturbing, kind of unseen twist, where it's shown that on the night of the attack, Pauline was actually the one that was killed, and that Beth and Vera are still only teenagers that are being held captive in the basement of the house. It's revealed that Beth's entire adult life was simply a hallucination, and the candy truck woman then enters and dresses Beth like a doll and leaves her in a room that is littered with other dolls. Like actual dolls.
Right. They're just a bunch of weird little creepy dolls, you know.
Yeah. So the Fat Man enters and begins to molest and break numerous dolls, and he eventually attacks Beth, but she is able to fight back and flee from him. She returns to Vera, frees her, and the pair manages to escape the house. They then make it to a nearby road where they are able to stop two state troopers to help them. The troopers report the incident to dispatch, however, before they can get the girls away, the woman guns down both of the officers or the troopers and manages to recapture the girls. Beth then retreats back into her fantasy life, and she imagines herself at a cocktail party where she meets her idol, H.P. Lovecraft, who tells her that her novel was a masterpiece. Beth then hears Vera screaming for help and attempts to help her. While doing this, she is attacked by the Fat Man, although she is able to escape. She then violently confronts the woman, and thankfully another state trooper arrives and is able to shoot and kill both the Fat Man and the woman. After more police arrive, Beth then sees a vision of their mother, who is waving at them from the house as she and Vera are being taken away to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
So they escape us, but Jesus.
Maybe.
Well, right. We don't. This could be another hallucination.
Could be.
You're just kind of left to not know for sure any of it because it makes you think the other part's real. It does. When you're watching the movie and you see that they're back as teenagers, you're like, what? You're not. I wasn't expecting it to take a turn like that when I was watching it. So, I don't know. Maybe this is still a hallucination. I guess it's one of those, it's just your own interpretation. You wanna think that they actually got away,
Yeah.
finally. But
But as I said, that's it for the story. That's going to be it for this episode. So be sure to like, follow, subscribe, all the things on whatever platform you're listening to, because that really does help us out. And I'll turn it over to the bell for our outro.
well, we're going to be continuing on with some more disturbing media. Most likely, we're going to be moving on to some disturbing songs next. And there are quite a few to pick from. If you have any that you'd like us to cover, leave us a comment. We're happy to look into it. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe, as he said. And don't forget to stay disturbed.